Okay, so this is the penguin card kit, and in your kit you're gonna have all of these pieces. So you'll have these two little strips, this piece of embossed white paper, this piece of plain red paper, a little mug still stuck to plastic, your penguin. Yours is stitched, I stitched it for you. If it's not stitched, then there are lines, but should be pre-stitched. This, Merry and Bright, this will be to make the easel part of the card. And then this, Celebrate the Season, adds your sentiment for the front of the card. So the card base, when you get it, will be flat. You're gonna fold it in half and just give it a nice good crease. And then fold it backwards. I may have folded this for you actually because it's a little bit trickier sometimes. So once you have that folded, you can kind of tuck it to the side, and then you're gonna wanna assemble the front of your card. So the red base is the bottom piece. Then you're gonna take your glue, put some on your white embossed piece. This, you don't want to use too much glue, obviously, because it's gonna kind of squirt out the sides, but you do want to use a good enough amount because it is embossed. Sometimes it's a little harder to get that texture to stick, so you can kind of see the glue there. And then it should mat with a small border, about 1/8 of an inch. You can kind of get it as close to perfect as you can. Nothing's perfect, it's a homemade card, so don't stress too much. From there, you can decide if you like this orientation or this orientation, whatever. Some of this is gonna end up covered, so I kind of like it this way, so I'm gonna do it this way. These strips, there's gonna be one on kind of the top and bottom. If you don't like the look, you can change it up, obviously. You can just put one in the middle. You can do them this way if you want to. This is just kind of the way that I designed it because I thought it looked the cutest. So these should fit just slightly inside to leave a little bit of white on the edge. And again, you can just use one, you can use both, just do it however you want. That's kind of part of the fun. This one we're gonna stick there. So this one I actually kidnapped from my daughter's card kit because I started assembling mine before I did the video. So super simple to assemble the base of your card. Now we're gonna pretend that this base is the same as this base. So I'm gonna finish assembling mine so she can have hers back. So penguin and cup will come. You're gonna bring back in your card base because you want to glue this down, and you just want glue on this little white fold because when it opens, it's gonna stand like that. So we're not really decorating this part of the card because it's not gonna be seen anyways. We're just gluing to this piece here. So if you add your glue just to this little triangle, and then I just lay it flat, and with your glue you should have some wiggle time. Try to line it up with the base just like that. Give it a good push kind of in that triangular motion. You can even like open it up, give her a push there, take it back down. Should look like this, or in your case the two small strips because I messed up on mine, but that's okay. Next, you're gonna bring in your penguin. You should have some foam squares. I like the bigger ones for the bigger pieces. Everything's better popped up in my opinion, so we're gonna pop them up. So with a bigger piece like this, you can kind of just throw, you know, 2 or 3, depends. Some people double up their pops too. We're not gonna put anything on his fins because they're just gonna fly free. And with these, They do have a little piece of paper on the back. You just want to peel them off. It's pretty easy with these ones. Some of them are a major nightmare. I like my penguin to be a little wild, so I'm going to angle him because I think he's funny that way. And you can see now he kind of pops up off the card. There's some dimension there for that. The little cup, I like the idea of just kind of sticking it in his hand. Maybe he's out with some eggnog. We don't know. But he's having a nice time. And then to celebrate the season, you can do wherever you want. I kind of like it right there, so I'll probably do mine there. This one too, I'll probably pop it just because it's fun. So there should be some small pop dots in your kit. And these ones I'm just more careful about where I place them because the sentiment's a little smaller, so I just don't want them to be visible outside of where I place them. So I'm putting them anywhere where there's kind of like a big bubble or a space for them. That's not going to be crazy visible from the front. You can't see them, and that's what we want. With this, it's a longer sentiment, so we're maybe going to use 4 just for good measure. Now this guy might be visible from the front, but let's... Nope, it's not. So we're good. So we have 4 on there. And we're gonna just stick it on down. This one's probably the simplest card, maybe one of the simplest. I tried to make them all as simple as possible, just because I know sometimes people don't want to do something complicated. They just want something that's gonna be fun and relaxing, and we don't want to be stressed out while we're crafting. So I want him to kind of sit like that. So there we go. That's the front of the card. Super cute, little bit of shimmer, some fun little penguin action. Now, the way to make this an easel and say, oh, it's gonna pop up is, I do like to leave a space for a message in the inside. It doesn't really matter that this is a different color. Most people aren't going to pay attention, and oftentimes this will be just displayed on someone's mantle or table, popped up like this. So you don't have to get too crazy with your decorations in the inside, because that way you do have space for a message. So with this, I kind of play with it sometimes when I do an easel just to see, okay, where do I want this? Now in this case, it is kind of plain inside there, so we're going to add some snowflakes, I think, to your kit, and stick maybe just a couple of little snowflake stickers behind. So you should have 2 of these inside your kit. And what do we think? We're gonna do maybe just kind of like a medium size one. And these should be pretty easy to peel off. A little bit see-through, but it just gives it something extra. So I'm gonna put mine here. And then I'm gonna take this. Oh yeah, that's so cute. And I'm gonna put a small one as well. So you're gonna have 2 snowflake stickers because we gotta spice it up a little bit inside there. I'm just holding this to kind of line up where I want it to peek out. Stick them down. And then this one you're going to pop that too. And that's how it holds up the front of your card. So this is a real quick and easy card. I think we're maybe at the 10-minute mark, which is pretty good, I think. Might take a little bit longer, but so same thing, you're going to peel your little papers. Make a nice mess. Maybe we can make the child clean it up later. Most likely I'll have to clean it up. So, and then we're gonna put this guy here. So I know that I don't want it to be too much of an easel, if that makes sense. I don't want it to open like too far or look super weird so you don't see the penguins. So to me, that's kind of perfect. And because it's popped up, it holds the card up. So that is your finished card 1. Super simple. super fun. The envelope that your kit came in, or this, like each card comes in an envelope. Each envelope will fit your card. So you can just pop it in there if you're mailing it or giving it, and that's its envelope. That's first card, all done.